Prydwen has updated their tier list for the best character released in 2025, aka Sora. She looks so good and she is so fucking trash. Now that said, before we start, hello there, welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefhi, your favorite gambling addict. Today's topic, Sora review, where she is on both my tier list and Prydwen, and what Prydwen is recommended in terms of how to build her. I am curious to see if they found any pros, because if I'm honest with you guys, I don't think she has a single pro. I don't think she has anything good going for her. Like, her kit is a day one kit in 2025, which is crazy, honestly. That said, as usual, leave a like, subscribe, help me grow the channel, and let's get started directly if you guys want really quickly with my tier list, right? And then we go into Prydwen and the person that goes. I'm gonna be honest, okay? If we go into B1's tier list, she's at the bottom, at the T4. I don't think we need to explain why. I haven't even recommended anything in terms of skills because this is not worth it. I could put 1 to 4 like I did on the infographic, but even then it's not really beneficial, right? We already talked about the cube and the overload. Like, there is like just not a single reason to be bringing her. Her skills are so bad that you were just better off putting an FR character instead for whatever reason, be it your Annie's, be it Neon, it doesn't matter. You're better off using anything else. The only cube she benefits to is either Vigor or healing because of her heals, but it's every 40 seconds, so it's kind of XD. And then her damage is, of course, as you can expect from a support unit of this caliber, not that great, right? Not that great. Still, absolute smash though. My god, she looks good. Shift Up is doing a lot of the semi-transparency on the characters where you can clearly see the bra, but then they don't have a lot of fan service per se. I don't mind this. I think it's sexy. I think it looks nice. I would prefer a little bit more fan service overall, but then again, it's been pretty decent on the last couple months, I will say. Between Anniversary, between the previous collab Stellar Blade and the few recent characters, I think it's been pretty good, and Summer it's shaping to be pretty nice with the skins we've gotten so far. So can't really complain on that, right? They're looking pretty nice. And then before we go into Prydwen, also my cons in here, okay? Because there is not a lot of things to say about her. There is no pros in my opinion. First of all, it's a character kit that feels it was released in 2022 rather than 2025. Her skill values are really bad, like going above level 4 doesn't even make sense to begin with. And then lastly, her only heal is available on burst and she's a 40 seconds unit. Compared to other healers, like let's say your Naga, let's say your Summer Mary, let's say like there is so many characters that they're healing on last bullet, maybe on full charge, maybe after specific conditions, or they are 20 seconds, right? So they can constantly heal. But when we talk about Sora, it's only every 40 seconds. So she's not even a good healer to begin with, right? If she was at 20 seconds, or if she was to re-enter B1, it will solve a lot of her problems, but even then, she wouldn't be an amazing character. That said, enough japping about this, let's actually go into the important stuff. Prydwen, thank you for giving me infinite free content. Shout out to Prydwen as usual. Love the guys in there. Love Antilan and Snake. Let's go a little bit over bossing, which is my favorite tier list. Hey, Prydwen, remove low deficit, alright? Useless tier list, I'm just saying. Who gives a fuck about low deficit? Not me. Bossing tier list, we go to the bottom. I'm assuming, oh, she's honestly above of what I expected. I would put her at like an E. Like if Pascal, it's E. She has to be E. Because they're pretty similar. That's it. Okay, let's check. First of all, before I forget again, let me go back here. She's a DDCC. Really awful, honestly, but deserved. So I want to take both the review and the investment tips. Oh, I see a couple pros. So first of all, the skills. They are recommending a 444 into a 474 into a 410-4. Just for the parts. I'm gonna be honest, okay? That's cap. Like, hey, like at level 10, it's a 23% attack at level 10. And a 5.2% on the storage, I believe it is. There is no way. Like, anything past level 7 is, in my opinion, trolling. Like, I can see the 474 maybe, but even then, it's not worth it. Like, past level 4 is not a big of an increase to warrant the investment. Like, even if you would just use her for the dispel and some heals, right? Level 4 is more than enough. But then again, that's just my opinion. That said, they're also recommending charge speed and max ammo for the passable lines. There is nothing essential or ideal, aka she is low priority, right? And then the for PvE, they're recommending resilience, bastion, healing, or vigor. Like I was saying earlier, I don't think resilience or bastion benefit her because multiple things. Resilience, you don't care if she reloads faster or not. yeah, surely you are getting some extra per generation, but nowadays we have really good rotations overall on most teams, right? You don't care about that. The Bastion, same thing. Like, her damage is dog shit to begin with. It's a 2-second reload, like her reload, it's fine. Vigor and healing at least directly impact the only thing she's good at, which is going to be healing. So in my opinion, those two take priority. But as usual, Resilience and Bastions are cubes you can put on 99.99 of the characters in the game, and it will work. So I can understand the recommendation. Now I want to go to the important thing, pros and cons. I am curious, what pros does this character has? Okay, let me see. Let me see. Can dispel debuffs? Okay, fair enough, even though nowadays there is barely any situations where you want to bring a dispel, right? There is 2 bosses in Union rate and that's about it. Lots of healing on versus skill. Her heal is actually pretty good. We were talking about this, but this is that it's 40 seconds because it's a big heal on burst plus a 25 or whatever percentage at level 10 it is for the skill 1 on the potency of HP, which is nice, but then again, it's every 40 seconds, so kind of useless. Can provide the team with attack buff even as an off burst, as well as storage, as do increasing their max HP. Storage is a really nice functionality for healers. I hope they keep doing it. You could be using it as an off burst, even on Kraken, for example. You could be just putting her at the end, forget about her, not even heal, and you will constantly be getting this storage because you are breaking parts. But the attack buff is so small that it's really hard justifying bringing her into there. But she is a character you could use on Kraken if you have no other supports to put on that slot, right? She preserves your gem. Be grateful for skip banners as the summer event is coming near. Probably meta plus limited banners back to back. Hey, no, we do not want skip banners. Like, characters should be usable. Agree though that it's nice that, you know, you don't have to spend gems, but characters need to be usable. It's so stupid that we were for almost a year getting good characters. And by good I mean you can't put K on your team. I know a lot of people wanna call K mid, but you can put her on a team if you build her and she will do damage, right? Grast, Trina, Arcana, all of those characters have their own usages. So it's like that is the skip banners we should be getting. Units that of course are not meta, but still have a place somewhere. This piece of shit has absolutely zero usage. That said, the last pro is tights. Agree, and also big boobs. Honestly, a nice design, a really good design on Sora. I really like it. It's a pity. From the 3 Soras we've seen, right? We've seen Sora, Cielo, and Sky. I only like her so far. I don't like the lolly. It's too much of a lolly for me. Like, for example, I don't mind characters like Maid Anchor, but the new one, it's too much for me. And then the other mommy, I don't know, she has something I dislike. I don't know what it is, but she has something I dislike. We'll see when we get her in game though. Now, the cons for this character. First, just bad. Just fucking awful, honestly. No proper offensive support, no proper defensive support, no technical ability to push her above the rest in this situation, except being able to dispel, but there are better cleansers in NIKKE already available. For example, Grast. 40-second burst, skill cooldown, low versatility, requires spark, and low usage potential. Insanely overshadowed by better units in all game modes, except maybe Simulation Room, Overclock, and occasionally UR. That's fine. This is a lie, because Surface 1.0 will save Sora. You'll see, non-believers, you'll see. All her skills only have one condition, and they'll give different effects that don't synergize with each other, with one another. Not a clip RL, which means less burst generation, so for PvP not that great. And then shift up every time. Hot design, bad kit. Bait, Clay, Arcana, Elec. I can agree with Bait Clay. I think Arcana, I heavily dislike releasing a character as a treasure, because that's what Arcana is, right? It's the Isabel treasure. But at least they work really well together, right? Like, she makes Isabel a great DPS. I would prefer if it was a treasure. You made this system, right? So make use of it, shift up. But I will say she's not like as useless as something like Sora. And then Elec, yeah, honestly, yeah. At this point, at this stage in the game, she's kind of useless, so I can say. Even though you can still use her, and there is a few compositions you could take advantage of. But yeah, for the most part, she's useless and only seen on Simulation Room. They can keep getting away with this. They will keep getting away with this, bro. At the end of the day, it's one of the effects of releasing a new character every 2 weeks. It's impossible to balance. It's impossible. It's impossible. It doesn't matter how good you are as a as a designer or anything. When we're talking about NIKKE, a new character every 2 weeks, look in 2.5 years how the tier list is looking already. Almost 3 years, right? That's a lot of characters. And in another 2.5 years, it's only gonna be grown with more and more and more. And we're getting more reruns and more collabs and more stuff. So it's like, it's harsh, and it's, in my opinion, impossible to balance. It also depends on how the company wants to handle balancing. There are companies that will constantly buff old characters and underwhelming ones, and there are companies that will only buff 3 characters every 6 months, right? That's it. That's enough for this one, right? Enough ranting about Sora. Last video on her probably. Any questions you guys might have about her, feel free to leave a comment down below. Not much to say after all of these videos though. Sadly, an amazing design wasted. As usual, we are live every single day. Links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner, and I'll see you in the next one.